Welcome again to Faith Until We Make It. My name is DR.AyieraJR. We are at episode 5! Oh my goodness, I'm just a bad woman. Either way, so we are at episode 5, and this episode we will be talking about success in business that is beyond finances. But what is success without finances? Either way, tutaguzia pesa. Check the scoreboard, yeah. You need to look the part. You need to look the entrepreneur. You need to look good. But I will. You got me set for life. Angels in heaven. Nobody talks about the faith that you need before you start seeing the result. You got me set for life.
Welcome to Faith Until We Make It.
So for the people that have not subscribed yet, why are you waiting to subscribe? Get to my TikTok page, follow me. Get to my Instagram page, follow me. And my Facebook page as well. Subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. If you're here listening, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Get to the community. In the community, we will talk about the episodes that you would want to see, or my stories that you would want to see. So get to the community and engage with us. Let's grow this channel together and be among the first people that follow this channel. You never know. We might start giving giveaways of money, stuff, or maybe a business proposal for you. We might start doing that. So just follow and subscribe. We will tell you in due time. So thank you so much for being here today. Welcome on board. The real success in business, actually, it is majorly beyond money. And I'm gonna give you a few stories. Mi nimekuwa nikiongelea stories zangu from episode 1, mmesikia nikifire employees because I was emotional, etc. But I want to talk about success today and explain what success might look like. It doesn't have to be necessarily money, but what is success without money? Either way, we will talk about it as we move by. So let's talk about the first point of business that you will know that you are successful. First of all is getting clients. Mimi kwanza nikianza sikukuwa hata na ndururu ya kwanza biashara, and I've said that I started my business with nothing. My business is service based, and my first business was Kryptonite outsourcing. With Kryptonite outsourcing, the way I started it is, hey, at that particular time, nambiaga kina Jamal Downster about this story. I was the guy that gave me heartbreak to go to Chiromo, the one that I talked about the first episode. So he was a software engineer. I told him I want to start a business. And this particular business, it will be a service-based business. It will be more of a call center scenario, etc. What ended up happening is nikamwambia, but sina do, so sijui venye tutafanya. Akaniambia usiwari. Because I'm a software engineer, let me create a website for you. He created a complete website without even asking for a single cent for me. I think pia alinunua name. Was it name? Is it called a name? Domain. He bought the domain for me. He created the website for me. Then now I had a website with just a what is it called? With a financial, how can I say it? With an idea. So niko na website na niko na idea ya kugrow business. Na nikasema, you know what? How am I gonna get my first client first of all? Nikaingia Facebook. Na nikaanza kutafuta groups, nikaingia kwa groups mingi za kutafuta clients. I was looking for cold calling clients and real estate clients. What I wanted to help them with is employees that can work for them at a cheaper rate, because I know US-based businesses pay their employees $30, $40 an hour, and my thought process was to charge $4, $5 an hour, or $6, or even $10. But ukianza hata ujiamini kuuliza hiyo 10. So nikaingia Facebook, nikaingia groups zote. I was looking at people that own businesses, kwa ma-CEO wengine wako, naingia hapo na wa text nawaambia mimi ni employer from Kenya. I have individuals that are well off that can help you in your business, etc. So kuingia hapo, it took me close to 8 months before I got my first client. But let me tell you a thing. The first client that I ever got, I charged the client $4 an hour for people that were working for me. But that I term it as success a lot, because once you start getting clients, inakwanga, if you do the same process again and again and again and again, it becomes one of the success. So getting your first client is one of the biggest success that you get in business. So for example, kama uko not in service, let's say you are selling products, for example, selling your first sell is what you can term as success, and that is what success is. So usiwai ngojea kufika to $1 million to just say that you are successful in business. So financial milestones are very important. Then you can term that as your first success. Another thing that I keep telling myself, kuna video nilifanya kitambo nikasema ikifika tarehe 25 to tarehe 6, tafadhali msinitext, msinipigie, msitake kuniongelesha. Why? Because I'm trying to figure out where am I getting money to close the payroll. Because sometimes invoices delay, and I've said a lot of times that invoices delay. And the fact that invoices delay, sometimes hauna yo cash flow like that. As much as I've been saying cash flow is king. So as a CEO, you get a lot of anxiety. As an entrepreneur, nitalipa aje watu wangu? Hata kama si business yenye umecreate properly, yenye uko na employees wawili watatu, inakwanga umefikiria watu nitatoa wapi pesa. So the way that you can term success sometimes is being in a position to close the payroll and closing the payroll on time. So for me, that as well, I term it as success. So it is important that you note, success is not only you having a lot of money, millions, etc. Success is just like closing a payroll sometimes, or having your first client, that you can term it as success. And another way that you will note that you are successful is replicating the first thing that you did. For me, when I started noticing that I'm successful is when I started replicating the first thing that I did. I mentioned the way I went to Facebook, looked for my first client, akaanza kunilipa $4. The next client nikamwambia $5, the next client nikamwambia $6. So I started replicating that, and I realized the thing that I'm doing to get clients, it's working. I'm getting clients. I'm closing on a client, maybe hata kama ni after 2 months, 3 months, but I was closing on clients. So scaling as well, or replicating the things that you were doing and it works, that is as well termed as success. So don't ever sit down and wait for success to look like you've already bought a house, bought a car, in business, success looks like the small milestones that you do on a daily basis that will help you scale up in this scenario. And another thing that you can term yourself as successful, or when you can term yourself as successful, is once you start replicating the income streams. So for example, for me, when I started out, I've said it a lot. When I started it out, nimesema at the beginning of the episode, is I went on Facebook, got clients. Once I got clients, I replicated that, and I was replicating that, getting more clients and more, and getting more employees, etc. The other way is being in a position to replicate other businesses or diversifying your portfolio. For me, I started with the outsourcing business. I was outsourcing clients, employees to my clients. Then I diversified from that. I opened an academy as well to help support the people that I was replicating to my employers. Another thing now, I ran a hospital. I bought a hospital. So ukishaanza kuona umenunua hii, hata kama ni the smallest of business, even if it's the smallest of business, you will term yourself as successful. It doesn't have to be the biggest of milestone. It doesn't have to be the smallest of milestones. But once you start having more and more in your portfolio, you will term yourself as successful. So as much as I've not been talking about finances, the entire thing, it's been finances. So yes, finances come in handy when you are saying you are a successful business. So it is important that you step by step. Once you make another step, then you term yourself as successful. As much as we've been talking about success is not only about finances, you realize that the entire time I've talked about finances to term yourself as successful. So success is not just making money, by the way. It is the financial milestones and staying in business or making sustainable money. So the other way that you can term yourself as successful, or you can see success is coming your way, is when you're having operational wins. One of my favorite clients is a systems engineer. That man is obsessed with operation. He always tells me, Sweeney, for you to grow in business, you first of all need to eliminate all the operational inefficiencies. So let's come up with standard operating procedure. Let's come up with operation, the way everyone operates. Let's understand what everyone does. So operation, it's very important. When you've streamlined your operation, you can term yourself as successful. So operation, terming yourself as successful in operation, what does it look like? For example, in my end, mimi nilikuwa nina running company up and down. Yani ninaamka, as long as pesa iko kwa bank account, najiambia, I am doing well. I am doing well for myself. But that's not true. Sometimes, ukikuwa na inefficiencies, hizo ndo zina take money away from you from time to time. So, fixing inefficiencies. What are some of the inefficiencies that are fixed in my company? I have come up with standard operating procedures. I know what every employee does. Hata kama see what specific employee does, what a cohort does. For example, I understand the people that are in healthcare, they do this and this and this and this and this and this. The people that are in the call center, they do this and this and this and this and this and this. So, coming up with standard operating procedure really helped me fix a lot of inefficiencies. And another thing is, majority of my employees, as I tell the employee behind the camera, mi sifuatangi employees wangu, hata sijuangi wanafanya nini, I do not really care. But the point is, the fact that I came up with the standard operating procedure for everyone is, at the end of the month, I look at every employee. What have they done? Did I feel like this particular person grew to get to the goal that we wanted to get to? So that is brought about by having standard operating procedures and fixing all the inefficiencies that were not working in my company. Another thing is building systems. We've been talking about building system. Wacha nikwambie, I was the most terrible human being at delegating. Wow. Nilikuwa naambiwa tu, sijui upatie nani simu, akuchukuliange simu, nasikia ni kama ninakufa. Why? Because I felt like if I give them the opportunity to do that, they will not do it to the maximum. Someone told me a story about business and the monkeys. This is what they said. Give your employees the monkeys to carry. What does that mean? For example, employee wako atakuja kwako kama CEO ama kama entrepreneur. Anakwambia, oh, this system is not working. Oh, this system is not working. Oh, this system is not working. Oh, this is not working well. That is all they come to us to talk about. They don't come to us when things are good. They come to us when things are bad. The first thing that you need to ask them is, what have you done about that system? Or what have you done? So you are giving the employees the monkeys to carry for you so that you can focus on the end result. If they are in a position of not doing it, then that is when you come in and help them in this scenario. So give your employees the monkeys to carry for you, and you do that by building proper systems. So by building proper system is, you will tell them, wewe person X, ukishindwa kufanya hii kitu, why can't you give maybe the manager above you so that they can do. No, hiyo shida zote isikukujie. Ikikukujie, it will bring about burnout, it will bring about all the other things. So give them the opportunity to showcase their skills because they are bright. The fact that you've employed them, they are good people. So come up with systems where the employees are carrying things for you. And another thing is automating repetitive tasks. So how do you know that you are being successful? Is automating the repetitive. Wacha niwaambie kwanza mimi. Nikianza kuandikanga invoices. Because I do, not invoices, receipts. I do receipts for every student that come to our facility. So what ended up happening is you have like 500 students. All of them have paid. And you have to send receipt one by one. I just told my operations person, bana hii kazi tutashinda hapa tukitumana receipt kila wakati. Like the entire day you waking up to just send receipts. No. We got to automate that work. So nowadays, if someone makes a payment, they will just get an automatic receipt. Or if we are sending an invoice to our client, it will just be an automatic invoice. We just put in the hours and it goes. As long as a person has worked, we know we are just sending. So you automate that. And once you start automating those things is when you start telling yourself that you are now a successful business person. But ukikuwa tuna inefficiencies, hauna system, hauna standard operating procedures, my dear, hata kama uko na pesa kwa mfuko, you are doing nothing. So for you to term yourself as a successful person or as a successful entrepreneur or a successful business person, it's first of all, fix all the inefficiencies, build systems, have clear standard operating procedures, and automate all the tasks that you can automate. With AI, things are easy nowadays. And in this podcast, what we've been talking about is faith until we make it. But as we're talking about faith until we make it, we are not doing anything blindly. We are holding on to faith when we've already built the proper systems to support us up so that we can be in a position to do our work better as entrepreneurs or as business persons, etc., etc. If you are doing any hustle here and there. But I talked about for you to term yourself as a business person. Si una hustle ni yenye ukienda tu hivi, hakuna venye biashara yako inaendelea. So for you to create proper business, do all those things. And to term yourself as a successful person is come up with operational efficiencies. And that is what we term as operational wins. Siku nilianza kuitwa daktari, my dear people. Nilijua nimekuwa successful. Let me tell you about the story of daktari. People know me as daktari. They probably think I am in the medical field. I am not, honey. I have done an undergraduate in journalism, a graduate in strategic corporate communication, and a PhD in communication psychology. But when you come to my school, we talk about medical virtual assistants, medical coding and billing, which is part of the medical field, which are skills someone can acquire as we go by. So sometimes people call me daktari. Why? Because they probably think I'm a medical doctor. But my daktari doesn't come from daktari. It comes from a medical doctor. It comes from the fact that I am a PhD holder. So, siku nilianza kuitwa daktari nilijua make it in life or I've become successful. And why is it that we teach medical virtual assistants and people associate that name daktari to the medical field? So when you have created a niche for yourself, or if people talk about medical virtual assistant, medical coding and billing, they will refer back to DR.AyieraJR. Hapo sasa ndo unajua umeanza kukuwa successful. So once you've started becoming known in your niche, you will know that you are successful. Sometimes success looks like having a brand or market success. So you become known in your niche. Then utajua hapa sasa, by the way, kameanza kushika. Kakianza kushika na pesa ina flow. Ikwangi tu imeshika jina bure. Inakwanga imeshika na jina na pesa zinakwanga zimeambatana pamoja. Another thing is, as much as we've been training people on medical virtual assistants, I've been getting referrals from my outsourcing business. Like, I want employees from you. I want this from you. I've been referred by this person. I've been referred by this person. Success looks like once you start getting referrals. Ama hata kama unauza jacket, inakuwa dumpster! Tupatie jacket kwa sababu nimetumwa na XYZ. Ama jacket yako ni noma niliona na XYZ. Hapo sasa ndo unajua, by the way, success is coming my way. And as I've mentioned, when you are successful, as much as I said it's not about finances, ukianza kusikia nimekuwa referred, sio ni do. Ama? Nimekuwa na nini? Hiyo ni do. So, as much as all these things start happening, hapo sasa inaanza kutranslate into money, kidogo kidogo. And another thing is building a community. When a community has been built around you, or maybe person X knows person X because of you, person W knows person W because of you. So that as well, it is terming, or that is part of success in this scenario. Success, once you are branded yourself in this scenario, it becomes way, way, way easier for you to get to the point of now translating all these things into finances. So success does not necessarily look, the finances have come, is all these things that we get to do, or all these things that happened before, to the point of us saying that we are very successful. Mimi nilianza kujua niko successful when they started calling me doctor, and they were not associating that doctor to my PhD, they were associating it to the medical field. I knew I started becoming successful when I started getting all the referrals. Oh, nimetumwa na huyu, nimekuja on behalf of this. And another thing is I use my TikTok to talk about the things. So people know me, they have associated me with a certain brand. And that particular brand is what has built these entire businesses to grow to this particular point. So the point is, in success in business doesn't necessarily look like finances. Sometimes it looks like you've been known for your brand. As a CEO, it looks like, hey, kwanza mimi nimeshafunga payroll ya February. And saini nafikiria March katikati. My goodness. That looks like success. Because, as a person that is in business, you know how anxious you can get. So success doesn't necessarily look like all the money that is coming in your pocket. It looks like all the things that are surrounding that money in your pocket. So we will drop again another episode to talk about what success looks like in future if it's being asked for. So thank you so much for tuning in to DR.AyieraJR. We talk about faith until we make it. And faith does not look like you being indisciplined. It looks like putting in the work to be in a position to grow as an entrepreneur or a successful business person. So get to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share it out with your friends. We have a TikTok page, we have a Facebook page, and we have an Instagram page. Its name is DR.AyieraJR. Get to follow me there. We talk about different things there on a daily BTS zote ziko hapo. So please get to follow me there. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, share it out, and in this channel we grow small businesses to be bigger businesses. And watch out, we might be giving giveaways in the future. So please join the community. That is where we will do it from. So thank you so much. I do appreciate you. Bye.
Check the scoreboard, yeah.
You need to look the part. You need to look the entrepreneur. You need to look good.
But I win. Angels in heaven.
Nobody talks about the faith that you need before you start seeing the results.
Welcome to Faith, until we make it.